Hello, and thank you for joining us. We are talking about Bible prophecy and we are talking about the end times. So let's look at the framework for the end times. We're going to look at Hebrews 11. Through faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God, so that things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. The worlds, this is the word, this is the ages, the eons. The worlds, the ages were framed by the word of God. The word of God itself puts out the framework for the ages. Now, just like the frame of this house here, you can see that it is not completed. However, once it is complete, if you know the framework, if you had this picture or if you knew the framework, you could identify the house. You'll be able to find the windows, see where the garage is. You'll see that it's 2 stories. Locate the doors. You'll even be able to get an idea of what the interior will be like. You may not know the color of the paint, the type of carpet, but you will know the house because you will be able to recognize the framework. It's just like that in the Word of God. The worlds were framed by the Word of God. Now we can recognize that because if we know the Word of God and know the framework, we can see the world. We can see the end times when it is upon us. So the writing is on the wall. The writing is on the wall for this generation because Daniel had the framework. He had the framework, and as we saw earlier in Daniel 12:4, it says, "Shut up the words and seal the book." This is speaking to Daniel. To the time of the end. So he was to seal it up until the end. And the end would be signified because many shall run to and fro. And today we have mass transit. Knowledge shall be increased, and we live in the information age. So, are the words still shut up? Is the book still sealed? Well, we can see a lot of these things have already come to pass. We can see the framework. Now, Daniel, in his visions, he had the vision of 4 beasts. Now, scholars understand this to be the 4 world kingdoms leading up to the time of Christ. We're not going to touch base with that because what we're interested in is how these 4 beasts are at the end times, because the beast at the end, the beast of Revelations, the beast that is sometimes called the Antichrist, and it's also his kingdom and the spiritual force behind him, this is also called the beast. Now, when we look at it, it has the 4 beasts. So we're going to start in Revelations 13, and we're going to see this. It says he rises out of the sea, and we had talked about how the sea in Bible prophecy is representative of the people. So this beast rises out of the people, out of the kingdoms, and they have made it because we can see this beast all around us. So let's start. Revelations 13. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and great authority. This is the beast of the last days, the beast on which the Antichrist will eventually come out of and run and control. This is the beast. This is the beast of the last days, and we see it all around us. This beast is already rising. It is not complete. We are not to that point yet, but in the future, we will. The fulfillment will be complete. But right now, even though it's not finished, we can see the beast rising out of the sea. It's all around us. It is the technology. It is the electricity. It is our kingdom that we live in right now. So let's break it down. We go back to Daniel 7, because as it said, this beast had the feet of a bear. Its feet were as of a bear. And in the foundation of the kingdom we live in right now is electricity. So let's see how this looks, if the framework will match with what we have as electricity. So Daniel 7:5, and behold, another beast, a second, like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and 3 ribs in the mouth of it, between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, Arise, devour much flesh. So we're going to break this down piece by piece and see that this does indeed fit the framework of the last days. So let's check it out. Daniel 7:5. And it raised up itself on one side. And this is how the electrical system works. They raise, like a water tower is raised up and then flows down into the homes. The electricity, the electrical potential is raised up somewhere at the power plant and then flows into all the houses and the devices because it has a lower charge. I mean, it raises up the charge and then it flows down into the devices in the houses, just like water would, raised up itself on one side, and it is insulated. It is always insulated. It's on one side. It's raised up. So let's look at the next section. 3 ribs. 3 ribs. This has 3 prongs on the outlet. Not all of them do, but they have 3 prongs. In the mouth of it, as you connect to it, you have to put it in the mouth, in the holes, like the mouth of a cave, in the mouth of it. 3 ribs in the mouth of it. Between the teeth of it, as it goes into the outlet, it must have contact. It has to connect, has to be between the teeth of it. The metal must contact. And they said thus unto it, Arise, devour much flesh. And you see, all around us, it has arisen, it has devoured much flesh. This is the beast of the last days. It has arisen, it has devoured much flesh, completely swallowed up many, many people. Completely swallowed up. It's all around us, above us, beside us, over our head. They have done it. This is electricity. This is the part of it that we see all around us. It ends up being the feet, of the beast. So we see, and this beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet as of a bear. So the feet of this beast is as of a bear, and you can see it. This electrical world, the foundation of it, is as of a bear, and you can see the framework. So we're going to go on to the framework of a leopard. We're going to go on to that framework on our next video. So please look at the next video, subscribe to this video, like this video. You can see all of them on signoffire.com or on yeshuaiscoming.com, and we're going to see this second part that's like unto a leopard. Thank you for watching.